Radio Woodstock 100.1. Alberta Cross has a new album out, recently released self-titled album. It's their third full studio album, and they're out touring to promote it. Peter Eriksson Stocky is in the studio with us today, and we're going to hear some music from that CD. Yep. Yeah. Can you play something for us now? What, when you put out a CD and you have a band and you're in the studio and you're playing, and then you come into a radio station and you've got an acoustic guitar and you're all by yourself, do you have to sort of pick the song that you can actually reproduce well, and that doesn't need that all backing and all of that?
Yeah, well, I wrote them all myself at home in Brooklyn, so they were kind of written on an acoustic guitar, some of them on the piano. But yeah, now when I'm like a big sort of band and we're out touring, I try to figure out tunes that sound good. In the morning, or in the afternoon, everything. Yeah. But yeah, this is a song called Western State. When you lost yourself to the Western state, and you hurled yourself into a poor man's grave. Oh, love, they can see right through you. On a caravan down the broken lane, working 9 to 7 just to stay in your place. But I believe there is a right place for you. You just one in a million to heard the news. Have you ever felt the mercy of the Western states? The Western state now. Have you ever felt the mercy of the Western state? The Western state now. Have you ever felt the mercy of a Western state? And you lived your life like a house of cards. You're on the edge of your seat just to match your past. But I believe there is a right place for your love. You just one in a million to heard the news. Have you ever felt the mercy of a Western state? The Western states now. Have you ever felt the mercy of a Western state? The Western state now. Have you ever felt the mercy of a Western state? Yeah, now. Yeah, whenever I feel low, that's where my heart goes. Yeah, whenever I feel low, that's where my heart goes. Working 9 to 7 just to stay in my place. Have you ever felt the mercy of a Western state? When you played your life like a house of cards. Have you ever felt the mercy of a Western state? Yeah.
All right. Peter Eriksson Stocky from Alberta Cross. I did a little research on you.
Okay.
When I knew you were coming to visit. It's not your first time in Woodstock.
No, spent a lot of time here actually. First I've been just spending a lot of time here because I like it. So I've been going up here and staying, like, I got a lot of friends up here that have got houses.
You spent some time up in Birdcliff.
Yeah, on the last record we did a lot of the pre-production up in Birdcliff and some of the writing. So we just rented this, like the Eyes colony, the hotel, and we just like closed it down for 2 months.
Freaky little hotel.
It was kind of crazy. It was like The Shining.
Yeah.
The first month was cool, and then like after the first month, everything just went a bit crazy.
Yeah.
And then on this record, we actually went up to this studio called Dreamland.
Yeah.
That's in between Woodstock and Kingston, I guess.
Uh-huh.
And,
great studio.
It's a beautiful like old church that they turned into a studio. And we recorded a lot of the songs sort of live up there. And then we did some overdubs in New York, but it was a lot. There was like a lot of the record sort of captured it.
Yeah. Also on Wikipedia, it says that you are the only remaining member of the band Alberta Cross.
Alone and lonesome.
Is that just another incidence of the internet's being wrong?
No, I mean, I started the band with Terry in London, and we toured. We toured a lot, and like 3-4 years straight in between the last two records, and he couldn't really take it. It was a lot of touring, and so he kind of left and wanted to chill and not tour too much, and I took a little break, and now I'm sort of back on the road again.
So that left you?
Yeah, it left me, and then family of friends touring with me. Like, so it's very much like a band vibe. I write the songs, and it's kind of my baby.
So Terry was English, born and bred England.
East London. He was a real Cockney.
Yeah, well, oh yeah. You, however, are not a native of England. You're born in Sweden, and you carry the accent well.
Well, I lived in England forever, in London for a long time, and so I've been traveling a lot my whole life. So I was in London for 9 years, and I've been in Brooklyn now for about 7, 8. So I've been abroad for long enough.
When you write songs, do you ever write in Swedish? Have you ever written a Swedish song?
No, but it's some good stuff. Like, my dad is a musician, and he writes in English, I guess, as well, because he's been living abroad on and off and stuff like that. But like he likes to write in English and Swedish sometimes.
There's some great Swedish music. Really.
Yeah, there's some amazing like poets, and stuff like that, and it's really hard to translate the Swedish. Like poetry in Swedish, like especially the really great ones, and try to translate to English. It never really worked.
No.
It's just like too many words that don't sound as good. So but it's a lot of good stuff there, and so I'm inspired by certain artists from Sweden for sure. And every time I go back, like I went back now in July, and I toured my dad's out touring in a bus as well. So I joined their tour with his like old rock and roll dudes. And so I went on the road with them in Sweden for a little bit.
Well, that's pretty cool.
That was amazing.
That's great. I like generational crossover like that.
Yeah.
That works pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it fun?
It was amazing. Yeah, it's good to see. Because they're like 65 now, and they've been touring forever. So like, it's good to see that. I just realized that nothing really changes. I feel like people. I guess now, like, I've changed because I'm not 25 anymore, but I'm still young.
So but you kind of know
so
what
like,
you got in
I'm
store.
like still I'm carved down a little bit. I'm not like going too crazy, But like I'm looking at them and I'm like, all right, from now on till then, it's going to be pretty much the same. I'm not going to get any wiser, that's for sure.
I have a friend who was in a band in the early 70s, and it sort of drifted apart. They were in London, and they had some early success, and then sort of nothing happened. So they all got jobs, and then just recently, the internet has sort of resurrected that career, and they did like a reunion thing. And then when it came down to it, they had to get a van and tour, and they were just like, nah, man, we're not doing that. We're just not. It's just not that important. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's a tough one to do, to be on the road. It's not easy.
And they're there, they're in the 60s now, so it's like it's big. When they were in their 20s, cool, we'll get in a van, we'll go anywhere.
Yeah.
But, not anymore, so.
It gets tougher and tougher for every year.
But there are people that still do it.
It's too fun to stay away from, so that's a scary bit.
Yeah. So how long are you going to be out on the road this time?
Well, we're out with the Heartless Bosses now. We were in a bus and we're kind of touring together for a month through like the East Coast, the South, and the Midwest. And then I guess we're taking a month off, and then we're doing like the West Coast and that kind of stuff in Canada. So we're going to be out for a while.
Isn't it interesting? I always like to ask people if they notice the difference in audiences in different parts of the country. Like if you're performing down south or on the West Coast, is it different than East Coast? Do they respond differently?
I don't know. I feel like it's really like in between. I don't know. It's more like different show, like different show. It's like we played in Atlanta and it was cool, and then we played in Asheville, which is not that far, and it was like completely different. New Orleans was really different from that. I don't think it matters really like where it is. It's just like different towns, and towns are just different.
I asked someone that recently, and they said that audiences in Europe are more polite.
Not in London.
No.
London is like New York, not too polite.
All right. Let's play another song.
All right, cool.
This from the new album?
Yep. Ghost of Santa Fe. Mercy seats are blowing so far gone away. I can see it falling after all. I kept my heart burning and I kissed the flame, but I guess there's no ghost of Santa Fe. Yeah, but can no one see now? There's no past beyond me. You got your own landslide, I got my way. This whole catastrophe is sad in a way, but we'll get past it after fall. I sent my last rose down to New Mexico. I kept my head hung there after all. Yeah, but can no one see now? There's no past beyond me. You got your own landslide, I got my way now. Yeah, but can no one else see now? There's no past beyond me. You got your own landslide, I got my way now. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. I guess it's no pasture after fall. Do you see it coming? Do you see it go? I guess it's no ghost of Santa Fe now. Yeah, yeah. Can no one see? There's no past beyond me. You got your own landslide, I got my way now. Yeah, but can no one see? Yeah, there's no past beyond me. You got your own landslide, I got my way now. Yeah. I go my way now. I go my way now.
All right. Peter Eriksson Stocky, Alberta Cross. And you got a new CD out, self-titled. It's a third full studio album. And I noticed, too, that you've had quite a bit of success getting songs on television shows. Kind of like at least 10 of them.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's been a few.
Does that open doors that otherwise wouldn't? I mean, if somebody looking in from the outside, is it as impactful as like I would think that would be?
I mean, these days especially, you know, when everything's so changed, I feel like, you know, that's the way to get it out to people that know is your stuff. And well, we had a song called Loma out in a bunch of TV shows, like Californication and Sons of Anarchy and stuff like that.
Right.
And I definitely noticed a change during the shows, you know.
Yeah. People recognize the songs.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that, and radio is pretty important, I guess, you know.
Uh-huh. I was talking to a young guy the other day who's had a song that was a big hit for somebody else.
Right.
And whenever he sings it, they're all like, why are you singing his song?
That's, oh man, I heard, yeah. I heard about someone too. It's pretty good. It's pretty fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I imagine. So now he has to say, this is a song I wrote for someone else.
I bet he's not complaining about the money though.
No. I think it's kept him in the music business.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is not a bad thing at all.
Yeah.
You know, if you can make your living doing music, you're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
Yeah. So you've got shows, you've got songs in TV shows. I noticed too on Wikipedia that somebody updated it yesterday on the 12th at about 5:51.
Okay.
Was that you?
I haven't touched. Like, I don't know. Someone filled in a Wikipedia page and like really made it look awesome. And it's none of the people in my team.
Oh, really?
So I think it's like some sort of Alberta Cross fan out there that's like a journalist or something that just filled it. Like
5:51. Sunday night, somebody updated your Wikipedia page.
If it was someone that came to the show last night.
Maybe
Maybe someone in DC that just went in and changed it.
There you go.
After saw us.
So you drove up from DC last night?
Yeah, we did a 9:30 club. And then we jumped on a bus, and then I woke up just outside the Bassville Theatre here.
Wow.
It was quite a rocky ride. It was like I got a top bunk, so it's like pretty shaky. I got like sea legs during the day.
That's yeah. All right. Well, let's do another song.
Another one?
I've listened to the whole album. I downloaded the album.
Which one? I said, okay.
And really nice stuff. I had a chance to listen to all of it
wow.
yesterday and today.
Nice.
And it's really, really, really good. So
thank you.
Play something else, because anything you play is going to be good.
Okay, cool. I'll play Isolation.
Oh, yeah, it's a great song.
Okay.
Is that the single?
I guess it is, yeah.
Kind of.
It's kind of a single, I think.
Right.
I think it's that one, and I'm not sure, actually. But, let's see. Isolation. Desolation gets to you. The isolation from the city life. Constellations in my sleep. Yeah. Yeah, why could it never be? So I can feel you here. I can't help it if I'm gone soon. I can't make it if I'm gone soon. it's you. It is you I'm looking for, babe. Yeah. You lost yourself to a degree, yeah. Got misdirected into misty light. Could I catch you in a dream? Yeah. Yeah, why could it never be? I could feel you here. I can't help it if I'm gone soon. I can't make it if I'm gone soon. Yeah, it's you. It is you I'm looking for, babe. Yeah, it's true that I'm not the only one, babe. It's true that I'm not the only one. Whoa, I can't help it if I'm gone soon. I can't make it if I'm gone soon. Yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah.
That's great. Peter Eriksson Stocky, Alberta Cross, thanks for coming in the studio today and playing for us. Thanks. Hope you'll stop by again.
Yeah, man, definitely.